Okay, right. Thanks and welcome to Eric, who's a legend in the UK in particular for parts supply and also for boat repairs and things like that in the industry, who's the distributor for Kanghua in the UK. Hi, Eric.
Yeah, hi there. How you going?
Good, thanks. You?
Yeah, all going very well.
Excellent, excellent. It's Eric. We've been really keen to talk to you because of the entry of Kanghua into coastal in the UK over the last 12 months in particular. But what we'd like to do is just get your take on it, really, understand where Kanghua came from, how it got into coastal, and then a bit about the boats. So it'd be great if you could talk us through that.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, I've been involved with Kanghua for about 7 years now. I've been working with them as a consultant, mainly in developing the river rowing. And then about just pre-COVID, we had the owner of Kanghua, Mr. Jumping Xiao, over in the UK, and we were talking with Gwyn Batten about coastal rowing, in particular his desire to develop coastal boats under the name of Kanghua. And so from there, we've been looking at, first of all, employing a specialist marine engineer to design boats for us. But then recently, we've been working with Peter Doyle in Ireland, who has come up with some hull shapes, which were largely from an engineer who used to work with a former Eurodiffusion. And that's what we've really based our designs on, is mainly the new Eurodiffusion design, not the old one. Yeah. And also we're looking at sprint boats, which are with design input from the marine engineer. And then from there, we've been working away. Kanghua produced what we call plugs and then molds from there, built to the specifications laid out with Peter and his associate.
Great. So the new shells, they are a different design to the Eurodiff. Then they're from the same engineering team, say, but they're a different shape on it.
They are, yes, yeah. They're basically an upgrade on their older shapes.
Great, great. And they seem to be quite successful. I saw it particularly in Monaco. The double seemed to do okay. Building on the shapes.
Yeah. No, the whole team are very pleased with the shape and with the performance of the boats. For these are literally our first boats that we've had come over from China. Since then, we've had 2 more containerfuls, and I know that Peter is very happy with the quality. We've had them over here, and we've actually gone through with my team of boat repairers who have been building boats for years. And the quality of them is fantastic, and we like the durability, and there's a little bit of tweaking that we're doing with some of the fittings, but apart from that, the hull and everything we think is a very sound, stable hull from a mechanical point of view. Yeah. And obviously the results that we're now getting in events like Monaco, speak for themselves. So yes, we're very happy with it.
Excellent. And what's your target? Because the different manufacturers seem to have different targets, target rowers, different target markets for the products. Where do you see yours fitting?
We really see it as a very generic type of product, in that once you've actually got your molds, you can put different fabrics in. So we have fabrics that we're putting in which are more designed around the general club sort of use. But then when we go to the old carbon boats, they're aimed at being a top competitive boat.
Right.
So it's, like I say, it's a little bit like, say, MPACA would, depending on what material you put in the actual mold, depends on what you get out at the end of it. And that affects the stiffness, the weight of the boat, and things like this. So,
right.
But what we do is the boats that are aimed at the club, we build up the thickness of the fabrics so that we don't lose the durability.
Okay.
Therefore, there's a very slight weight penalty because the fabrics are thicker.
Right, right. And when you say a weight penalty, does that push it outside of the FISA limits then, say? Does it make
No, actually, coming from the river competitive boats to hit the FISA weights is very easy for us.
Right.
Yeah, in fact, we feel that the boats could be made a lot lighter, and that possibly FISA ought to maybe have a look at their minimum weights again, because yeah, you know, they're just, for what we can actually build boats to now, that their specification is just, in my view, too heavy.
Yeah, yeah, it's becoming a real subject on the beach. The sort of concern about, if they're going to make that decision, do they make it quickly so people haven't got lots of heavier boats that then become uncompetitive, or do they go with the lighter boats basically for the handling point of view, if nothing else?
Yeah,
they are really heavy, those big boats.
They are, yeah, and they can be built a lot lighter with no cost penalty or durability penalty.
Yeah. Great. Well, we'll see what happens with that. So I guess all you guys are canvassing FISA and Gwyn quite heavily. So that'll be fascinating to watch over the next year or so. I guess from my point of view as a rower, I sort of want to know quickly rather than later if that's going to happen, because so we can buy the right boats and not have boats that are uncompetitive. But it's what have you got in the range then? So can you talk us through the range? And maybe the future range you intimated about the sprints there, whether they're available now or not.
Yeah, well, we've got basically a full range of boats. So we've got the fours, doubles, singles. The actual beach sprint single is going to be coming over very soon. Right. So yeah, we can offer the clubs whatever type of boat that they actually feel they want.
Excellent. So and they are, what about if you've got the single, the double and the quad now for offshore, then you'll have a beach sprint. And how many different types of construction have you got for each boat? Say, have you got a sort of club level and then the elite level, or
yeah. Well, that's what I was just saying, is that, you know, once you have the mold, we can make the elite level, which is an all carbon boat, and then we make the club level, which will have more glass fabric in it, a slightly different core, and just to get the glass fabric to the same stiffness and durability as the carbon, the glass has to be slightly thicker, and therefore there's a very slight weight penalty in doing that, but they are still on or below FISA minimum weight.
Great. What's it like at the moment for delivery? Because things have been quite difficult, haven't they, with the transport system? What's it like on delivery at the moment, Eric?
Okay, well, now there's no more blockages in the Suez Canal. That certainly helped things a lot. There's still a big problem, though, with containers, and boats are still in the wrong place in the world. The big thing that has affected most manufacturers is the way that the container costs have actually soared. So where it used to cost us £3,000, it's now £18,000 for a container. So, you know, it is having a big effects on the actual boats. At present, we've managed to keep the boat costs at the same as the Suez Canal incident, and we're just absorbing the additional costs. But we're going to have to see longer term what happens with the shipping costs.
Right.
And obviously now things like oil and energy costs are going up, and all the boats are made from petrochemical type products. So again, that will have an effect, but it'll be across the board with everybody.
Yeah. And I guess the impact of that on coastal boats is proportionately quite large, because they are bigger and they are heavier. So I guess they've got more materials in, and they're bigger to fit in a container. You get less in a container than you would a fine boat. So Yeah. Great. Thanks, Eric. And have you got anything to say about, is there anything on from the future? Have you anything else that's going on, or the development of the boats?
Well, I know that Kanghua are currently looking at working with another manufacturer. At present, it's not announced, so I can't say too much. Okay. But in the future, we are hopefully bringing in autoclave technology, which will be a massive jump in the actual technical construction of the boat.
Yeah.
This will basically mean that we will be able to apply heat and pressure to a larger extent to than the conventional methods of building boats. And this will actually mean that the laminates are compressed together tighter, which then gives you a more stable composite structure.
Great.
And also the heat. Basically, the resin systems will bond together better. The more heat you put into the resin, then it's a bit like water. The more the molecules fly around, say, the more cross-molecular bond you get between the resin and the catalyst. So again, it just increases the toughness, the stiffness, and brings lots of benefits to the actual manufacture of the boat.
Yeah, so sort of lighter and stronger and much better boat. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, great.
We look forward to seeing them and trying them out on the water sometime.
Yeah.
So thanks for this.
Yeah.
And
well, we've now got demonstration boats here in the UK. So if anybody does want to try them, we can certainly help to get them out in boats.
Excellent. Well, if you want to share what they are and where they are, where and when they are, then let us know. We'll publish on Positive Float. So let everyone know.
Okay, great. Okay, great. It's been great talking to you, and look forward to seeing you on the scene through the next summer.
Likewise. Thanks, Eric. Thanks again.
Okay, then. All the best. Bye.
Bye.